Hello and welcome to Sharpening Her Edge. This is Season 2, Episode 2. So I want you to think. Just imagine you're taking a walk. You're taking a walk with your best friend. I want that to set the tone for this conversation we're going to be having today. It's a little different, but I think it's really important to establish the setting. In Episode 1, we talked about what happens after you realize you're overloaded. This episode, I want you to look at something differently. In the first one, we talked about what you're carrying that you no longer need to carry, the invisible load, the capacity, the awareness, the burnout, the overwhelm, recognizing the problem. Episode 2 is different. It's a nuanced difference, but I want to clarify that. The title of this episode is The Version of You That Can't Come With You. Core question is very different. Who do I have to stop being in order to become who I'm meant to be next? I want you to sit with that for a moment. So the focus on this episode is more about identity, reinvention, growth, letting go, evolution, and the grief of success. These are very different conversations. So grab your cup of coffee, get out on your walk, lace up those shoes, let's go. Okay? The big idea. Most women think that reinvention is about adding something, a new strategy, a new certificate, a new habit, a new planner, a new goal. That hits home. That hits home. But often the next level requires subtraction, not because you're not enough, but because you become more than the role you're playing. Okay? So a framework for this episode. 1, the success trap. The version of you that got here deserves gratitude. Seriously, you've rocked it. You absolutely have. But that version may not be the same one to get you to the next chapter. For example, the physician who always said yes. Every committee assignment, every role, every unpaid speaking. The entrepreneur who solved everyone's problem. The executive who micromanaged and couldn't let the team do it. The entrepreneur who did everything herself instead of delegating, or maybe not using a VA. The mother who put herself last. This one hits. The woman who became indispensable. Oh, that one stings. These traits really helped create the success, but eventually they became bottlenecks. So I want you to listen up here. This one is really important. Some of the habits that built your success may be preventing your growth. Part 2 of this episode, the identity grief. Nobody talks about the grief that comes with success, that comes with growth. Not grief because something failed, grief because something worked. You outgrow identities, you outgrow roles, you outgrow expectations, you outgrow versions of yourself that once felt safe. And that's uncomfortable. I know that. You know that. We both know it personally. For me, it was the practicing physician, then the faculty member, then the achiever, the fixer, the strong one, the woman who could power through anything. These identities served me. They did. But some of them no longer fit. Part 3. Signs that a version of you needs to be released. So I want you to listen and see how many of these hit you. You're successful, but you feel disconnected. You're exhausted from maintaining an image. You keep focusing goals that you no longer want. You keep proving something that you've already proven. Your calendar reflects who you were as opposed to who you are becoming. Save this message. Your calendar may still be honoring the version of you that you've already outgrown. Part 4. What stays and what goes? It's really important that you recognize you're not abandoning yourself. You're not abandoning your core who you are. You're extracting. You're extracting the wisdom, the courage that stays, the resilience that stays, the work ethic that stays, the compassion that stays, the overfunctioning goes. The people pleasing goes. The perfectionism, poof, goes. The constantly proving goes. The next chapter of your life may not require becoming more. It may require becoming more honest, more aligned, more yourself. The version of you that got here deserves gratitude, platitudes, chocolates, flowers, vacation, whatever. Honor that version of you. But she's also standing between you and the life you were meant to create next. It may be time to lovingly let her go. Not because she failed. No, not because she failed. But because her job is complete. Wow. So when we look back at this season, episode 1 was realizing you're overloaded. This episode is recognizing that part of the overload that you're still carrying is the identity that no longer fits. So there are a bunch of things in this episode. It's not a very long, but it's an impactful episode because I want you to think. Not just what is one thing you can take off your plate. What are some tabs you can close up in your computer? But maybe what are some things that you did in your past identity that you're carrying forward? As women, too often, we have to over-prepare, over-succeed, over-say yes, overextend at the cost of ourselves. So maybe when you're looking forward at who you're growing into, what are some things of your identity that you can release? Learning to say no and not apologizing for it. Taking yourself off some of those committees that don't serve or fit you. Taking a look before you accept a different job, a different responsibility, and think, is this in alignment with who I am? I had to do that recently, and it was very painful. But being in alignment, it's much, much more powerful and meaningful and self-fulfilling than just doing the job. It is. So, if this hit, please like, share, and leave a comment. And there's a free gift I have for you. It's called the Invisible Load Profile. I created 4 archetypes for you to help understand your personality with the invisible load. It's a free quiz. Go ahead, take it. Let me know what you think. Be well. You've got this, and it's time to start celebrating and embracing the new version of you.